Hello, this is Jonathan Bishop from Foliation Limited, here to talk about planting bulbs. So this is more for planting rather than a formal area, more for naturalising, which means planting in lawns and making look natural. The easiest way to do this is first choose your bulbs. So things like small native daffodil bulbs are going to look more natural than if you used more commercial ones, more hybrid, etc. So here we have a selection of bulbs. Now I'm just going to do this on a small scale. So the most important thing, and I get a lot of clients saying, is we got bulbs and we've put some new ones in. We bought some in back in November, and everywhere we dig we find other bulbs. So the way to resolve this is to take lots of photographs. Photograph the area on a monthly basis of your garden and try and use focal points, i.e. a tree, bits and pieces like that, and then look back on your photographs and you'll see where the gaps are. This will help with perennial planting as well as bulbs, so you can work out which areas are lacking in bulbs and where needs enhancing. Obviously some bulbs die out, so bear that in mind as well. So take your selection of bulbs. Now you'll be planting, so 2.5 times the depth of the bulb. So there's the bulb, what's that, about half my finger in height. So you want to be planting 2.5 times that depth. That's the same with any bulb, that's so it holds itself up in the soil. A bulb can turn around if it's planted upside down like this one here. It can be it can work its way back around, but obviously it's using a lot of energy to do so, and you hear of bulbs coming up blind. What we want is all the goodness to go back into the bulb, and there's various ways we'll talk about that. You get a good flower each year. Blind flower means it's lots of leaves but no flower head. So choose your area, we're just going to use this in front of us, and randomly throw your bulbs. That wasn't a very good throw, they all sort of landed in the same place. Let's do that in a bit more of a random place. So we chuck them out like so. Where they land is then we dig using a border spade, a little spade like this, smaller one. We go around the plant and we cut out 3 sides of a square. The reason we do this is then we can just put our spade underneath the first thing, move the bulb out the way, and this then folds neatly over, creating a hinge where we can place the bulbs in the ground. Where one's placed, we want odd numbers, so 3, 5s and 7s. So in this case we'll put 3 in here. There we go. Fold back the thing and it's all very natural. Back to square one. Now for feeding, dead heading's always good, so once they finish flowering, take the heads off and the goodness goes back to the bulb. Always cut bulbs 6 weeks after flowering, so the ends of the leaves at least have to start to go yellow. That'll help to goodness in, and you could liquid feed the areas, certainly in lawns where you know you've got stuff during the non-growing season. So not during the winter, but as the bulbs are dying back or as the bulbs are poking through, we can give them a good feed. That gives them a good boost. So either the bulbs are just coming through or they're getting towards the end, they still got good roots, they're still taking a goodness, you can give them a good feed then. Obviously if you've got a thick area of planting, you don't want to be walking through them. If you feel them coming up in the lawn, it's always worth expecting, and you have somebody else come in and mow the lawns, etc. It's always good putting some bamboo canes around just to jog your memory until they become very visible. What we don't want to do is snap the ends off as they're trying to use their energy to go through the ground. Hopefully that helps. You can find me at www.foliation.co.uk, and happy bulb planting.